Vande Guru Shri Charanara Vindam Hare Krishna. Hello friends, welcome back to the channel Bhakti the Nectar of Devotion. This is Deepa here with a new subject. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned that there are 9 standard modes of devotional service to the Lord. As advised by Prahlada to his father demon Hiranyakashipu, there are 9 modes of devotion known as Navavidha Bhakti. The aim of any devotee is to generate intense devotion unto God. To achieve this, it is beneficial to put into practice any or all of the 9 variations of bhakti as follows. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 5, Sloka 23, it is mentioned Shri Prahlada Uvacha Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Padasevanam, Archanam Vandanam Dasyam, Sakhyam Atmani Vedanam. इति पुंसार्पिता विष्णु भक्तिश्चेन्नेव लक्षणः क्रियेत भगवती अदा तन्मन्ये धितम उत्तमम्. Shravanam, listening. This means listening to the Lord's divine stories, qualities, and glories in all forms. It could be discourses, devotional hymns, prayers, teachings of the spiritual master, etc. Anyone can recourse to this method. It is the most appealing and it reaches all. The king Parikshit, grandson of Arjuna, realized the spiritual platform by hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam from the mouth of sage Sukadeva Goswami. When King Parikshit was cursed by Shringi that he would be bitten by a snake and that he would die in a week, he immediately handed over the charge of his kingdom to his son Janmajaya. He left his family, palace, and kingdom and reached the banks of the sacred Ganges. In a flash, many sages and saints assembled there. Sage Sukadeva Goswami heard Parikshit's story and he narrated the divine place of the Lord day and night without a break, which is now known as the Srimad Bhagavatam. Kirtanam, recitation, chanting. Singing the glories or praises of the Lord amounts to this kind of devotion. Kirtan could be done alone by ourselves or in a group of people. One can sing his glories in any language and one need not be an accomplished singer for this. Popular formats of Kirtan are singing devotional songs commonly known as bhajans or singing God's name. Sukadeva learned the whole of the Bhagavad Purana from his father Veda Vyas and narrated it to Parikshit when the king was at the threshold of death. It is said that Kirtanam or chanting is the only way to achieve salvation in this Kali Yuga. To save oneself from the evil effects of Kali Yuga, there is no other alternative that could be found in the entire Vedas except the chanting of this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nameva Kevalam, Kalau Nasti, Eva Nasti, Eva Gatir Anyatha. Brihad Naradiya Purana 38.126. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy names of the Supreme Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, and there is no other way. Smaranam, remembering. This type of devotion revolves around constant contemplation of the Lord, thinking of the Lord, His name, virtues, and His leelas, and being engrossed in them. If we believe that every breath we take, every task we perform is only because of His divine mercy, we will remember Him the whole day. This is a true expression of this devotional form. Bhakta Prahlada attained spiritual success by this method of devotion. His mind was fully absorbed in the Lord. Walking, sitting, eating, drinking, or lying down, he was not conscious of these acts, but he found himself in the arms of the Lord. He would go into meditation and remain so for long. He was a source of enlightenment to the other children. He was established in a state of godliness, having merged his mind in the Lord. Padasevanam, serving. In this form of worship, one physically serves the holy feet of the Lord or performs the ritualistic worship of his feet. The feet of the Supreme Lord are so sweet and beautiful that they are known as Pada Pankajam or lotus feet as they are soft and red like the lotus petals. Simply thinking of the Lord's feet takes devotees to deep feelings of love, longing, and ecstasy. Even the mighty Devas were delighted when little Krishna wandered in the forest of Vrindavana, leaving his footprints in the dust, and Krishna's dear friends, the gopis, would press this dust against their heads, lost in ecstatic trance. On Krishna's feet, there are 19 symbols of Narayana or Vishnu. On his right foot are a lotus, flag, chakra, umbrella, 4 swastikas, Uddhava Rekha, barley corn, elephant goat, octagon, 4 blackberry fruits, and a thunderbolt. On his left foot are 4 water pots, a conch, an unstrung bow, cow's hoop, fish, crescent moon, the sky, and a triangle. Thus, worshipping the Supreme Lord's feet by itself is a great spiritual blessing, because anyone charmed by those transcendental feet loses attraction to pursuits to short lived pleasures in life. One of the most beautiful Examples of bhakti extolled in Pada Sevanam is none other than Goddess Lakshmi herself, the consort of Lord Vishnu. Goddess Lakshmi is always seen massaging the lotus feet of the Supreme. This Pada Sevanam offers a deep spiritual lesson. Though Sri Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth and presides over all forms of prosperity, she shows to the world that serving the Supreme's feet is greater than all the treasures on the earth. As a devoted servant of the Supreme, the goddess of fortune bestows her bounty only with the Supreme's blessings. Archanam, worshipping. Ritualistic worship of the Lord with devotion and love in one's home or a temple is known as Archanam. One can install a picture of the Lord and worship him daily. King Prithu attains spiritual success simply by worshipping the Lord. It is offering in the form of ritualistic worship, chanting mantras, singing bhajans, offering arti, food, flowers to the Supreme. Love is expressed in giving, and as love for the Supreme Lord grows in the heart of the devotee, he naturally wants to offer his best. Vandanam, offering prayers, standing before the Lord in the temple and offering prayers to him in an ordained manner. One should pray with intense faith and unflinching devotion so that the prayers reach him. Akrura gains success simply by offering prayers to Lord Krishna. When Akrura drove the cart to Mathura, the whole party moved on and halted on the banks of Yamuna. Sri Krishna and the others got down, quenched their thirst, and returned to their carts. Then Akrura, with their permission, went to the river, had a bath, and chanted Vedic hymns in the praise of the Lord. As he dipped in the river, he could see Sri Krishna and Balram inside the water. He was astonished. He dipped many times, and every time he could see their enchanting figures. He doubted his own vision, stood up, and looked at the carts. He dipped once again and found them in the water. He thanked the Lord for giving him his divine vision, praised him to his heart's content, and considered himself to be the most happiest person. Slowly he returned to the cart. Sri Krishna casually asked him, "The river is so near. It took you so long to return. Was there anything extraordinary in the water?" Akrura replied, "You are the Lord of the universe. You are all wonderful. All wonders are in you. Could there be any wonders apart from you? Here, there, everywhere, it is all you alone. What more can I say?" Dasyam, servitude. In this form of devotion, one attains spiritual success by considering the Lord to be his master and serving him. Hanuman is one of the noblest servitors to Lord Sri Ramachandra. One can observe Anjaneya to only be at Sri Ramachandra's feet whenever he is seen with him. He is always eager to carry out the orders of his Lord. In the Hanuman Chalisa, we read in the 7th verse, Vidyavana Guni Ati Chatur Ram Kaj Karibai Ko Atur. Here it means that the Lord Hanuman is the most learned and wise. He is always eager to execute the work assigned to him by Lord Sri Ram. Sakyam, making friends with the Lord. In this form of devotion, a devotee believes that the Lord is his dearest friend, who shares his joys and sorrows. One must have heard the episode of Sakshi Gopal. Total and unflinching faith in him can make him your dearest friend for life. He will carry you on his shoulders. Here, no barrier exists between the two. Devotion of Arjuna towards Krishna is an unparalleled example of this. In the third paragraph of the Madhurashtakam by Vallabhacharya, we understand Venur Madhuro, Renur Madhura, Panir Madhura, Pado Madhurau, Nityam Madhuram, Sakyam Madhuram, Madhuradipatir, Akhilam Madhuram. His playing the flute is sweet, and his flowers are also sweet. His hands and feet are also sweet. His dance is sweet, and his friendship is also sweet. Everything about the Lord of Sweetness is also sweet and charming. Atma Nivedanam, total surrender. Here the devotee seeks refuge at his feet and total surrender. This devotion is the ultimate and supreme step in the path of devotion. The devotee surrenders completely unto him by explicitly narrating everything to the Lord, good or bad. The devotee also shares his or her actions, obstacles faced in one's spiritual practice, fears, and doubts. Bali achieved spiritual success by surrendering everything unto the Lord. Emperor Ambarisha adopted all the 9 methods of devotion and attain spiritual success. The Krishna Gitavali or Krishnavali is literally a collection of songs to Krishna. It is a collection of 61 songs in honor of Krishna in Braja. In the Krishna Gitavali, Goswami Tulsidas writes, Gopala Gokula Vallabhi Priya Gopa Gosuta Vallabham Charanaravindam Aham Bhaji Bhajaniya Suramuni Durlabham. O Gopala, beloved of the damsels of Gokula, Lord of the cowherds, cows, and calves, O worshipful Lord, I worship thy lotus feet, which even the Devas and Rishis find difficult of attainment. Here Goswami Tulsidas exclaims that the lotus feet of the Lord is difficult to attain even by the Devtas and Rishis, what to speak of us mortals. Yet the Lord is so merciful to his devotees and he has given us innumerable ways to go back to him by spiritual realization. One could choose any of the methods for serving the lotus feet of the Lord. Which is your choice? Do share in the comment box as to which method you follow for spiritual realization. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel Bhakti, the Nectar of Devotion. Thanks for watching. Hare Krishna.